everybody, and welcome to the Rocky and Derrick Show. If you like our interviews, please visit our website, rockyandderrickshow.com, and visit our photo and video galleries. Today we're here with
Myra Burkhead.
Who does?
Gibsonville Antiques and Collectibles.
What do you collect?
What do I personally collect? I collect glass flower frogs. It's little round things. It's got holes where you do flower arrangements. It sits in a bowl. Some are figurines. I also collect preserve stands, old thick glass. People would call it a candy dish with a lid on a pedestal, but it's big glass like that. I also collect depression glass. Amber Madrid is my pattern, and I have, it was made during the Depression, and it's dishes.
When did you start? When did the store open?
The store opened 7 years ago. I had retired as a teacher assistant in Guilford County Schools. Was retired for 3 years. I had booths at lots of different antique stores and wanted my own little spot. And so this is my little spot. We have 18,000 square feet here. I have 70 vendors, and we have been here for 7 years.
Is this place local?
Yes, it is local. It's Gibsonville Antiques, and we are in the town of Gibsonville in Guilford County.
Can anybody donate stuff?
We don't exactly take donations. What people do here is they come here and they rent a space, and they bring their merchandise, their antiques, their vintage things in, and they price them, and then we sell them.
Is that why you have the numbers on the wall?
That is why we have the numbers on the wall, because each room is a different person, and we assign a person a number, and that's how they do their tag. So when they bring their item to the register, I pull the tag off and look at the number, and I know which sale will go with which person.
So how much do they get, like all the money that the thing is bought for, or do you keep some?
Okay, we do charge rent for the space, and then we also charge a 10% commission, and then they get the rest of the money. And they get a check at the end of each month, and we pay by the month.
Will there be one day where all the people will be here on one day?
No, the vendors come in and go as they choose. That's why they have me here. We're always open, and they can come in, put their product out, and they leave, and we sell it. They don't have to stay here. Sometimes they come, and they can promote their items if they choose, but generally they don't have to be. They just come in, work their booth, we call it, and then they can leave.
What is the most expensive thing that you've sold?
Oh my goodness, the most expensive thing. One of the most expensive things that I have sold has been a jukebox. We had a Wurlitzer jukebox, and it sold for like $6,000. Mm-hmm.
Have you always wanted to be the boss of your own business?
No, I have not always wanted to do it. I just love antiques, and this seems to be a good place for me. And this is actually a retirement job because this is fun. I love the merchandise. When people bring new merchandise in, it's like Christmas for me. I'm excited about what they brought in. I'm excited when the customers come in and they purchase things that they've been looking for. Or I will hear, women particularly will come through and they'll be shopping, and I hear somebody say, oh, this was what grandmother had, or this is what my mother had. I haven't seen this in years. And it makes them feel good. And they sometimes they want to buy it, and sometimes it just makes them feel good. And that's rewarding to me.
Can anybody be a vendor, or does it have to be like a company doing it?
No, anyone can be a vendor. You don't have to have a business license or anything in particular. You just have to have merchandise, old things to sell. You don't have to have anything else but that. A name, address, phone number, that's it. And you're ready to start selling. But it must be old merchandise. It needs to be at least 25 to 35 years old to come in to sell, because we like the older things. And we stay away from crafts and that kind of thing. We're antiques and collectibles. Collectibles can be newer because people collect all kinds of things. So that's why sometimes you'll see newer things, because it is a collectible. Okay.
Do you have a favorite antique?
Do I have a favorite antique? No, I really don't. I like all kinds of things. I love to go shopping and going to other antique shops. And when I'm shopping, for me, I like everything from very fine china and crystal to rusty signs and old rusty things. I like that too. I have a very broad, I like from Victorian to primitive. And that's why this works for me, I guess, because I like it all.
Do you sell any of your own things?
Yes, we will go out and we will go what we call shopping, picking, they call it now, and we'll go looking for things to bring back to sell, because I do have things in the store. Yes.
Do people here do a trade seas? Like,
Do what?
people trade things?
No, we don't trade because the sales have to go through the register.
Does anything ever break here?
Yes, it does. Of course, we have lots of glassware and things do break. But it's usually not a big problem. We try to, we'll get it cleaned up, make sure everybody's okay, and sometimes we'll call the vendor and ask and tell them that something's broken and what can we do about it. And usually we don't have much problem with breakage.
Because there's not a lot of kids around. But
Someone asked me the other day about breakage, and I said we don't have a big problem. Actually, and they were concerned about some children that were in the store. Like, I'm not concerned with children in the store and about glassware breaking. Children aren't interested in glassware. So it's usually not the children that break. And usually if it breaks, it's an accident, and accidents happen.
How old is this jukebox?
Oh, this jukebox, this is a Seberg Jukebox, and it is from, I believe it's from the late 60s, early 70s. I can't remember exactly, but it sounds really good.
do you have a favorite song?
I like I like shag music. I like the Embers, so something by them, I enjoy that. But I like lots of other things too.
Do you know how many items you have here?
I have no idea. It would probably scare me to death. I have no idea.
Do you think you'll be doing this in like the next 1 to 2 years?
Yes, I do hope to. Yes, and also my family's interested in it, so we may make this a family. Well, family works there anyway, but family may continue it on. I have no idea how long it's going to last. A long time, I hope.
Would you hope to expand, like have more antique shops over North Carolina, or like?
No, I am not interested. This is my world, and I'm very happy here, and I don't plan to expand any at all. I have been asked, but no, I'm not interested in that.
Would you want to like make this place like bigger and have more people work here?
No, I'm satisfied with the size that it is. It's about what I can handle. I'm comfortable with it. Just not wanting to grow any. Now, later years, another family member or somebody else takes it over, it could possibly grow. I could see that it could, because I stay full. My vendors, my booths are usually full. I don't have much turnover of vendors leaving me. So I could see where it could grow. Yes.
Do you know how was the oldest thing you have here?
The oldest thing I have here probably is, there are geodes. We have geodes, and those are like hundreds of years old that are huge, and that's probably the oldest thing next to me.
What are geodes?
Geodes are rock formations. Oh, don't ask me that. It is a giant rock that has crystals inside. And what they do is they cut the rocks open and you see the crystals inside. And they're beautiful.
Would you think they'll be worth a lot of money?
They are worth a lot of money, yes. And the larger, and we have some that are large. So the larger, the more expensive they are. We have furniture, things like that from 1800s, maybe a piece from 1700s, but we have some old pieces, old furniture.
So, like, would you let people just like, if the people aren't here that brought the booth, would you let people come in there and just say they wanted to buy it even though the owner wasn't here?
Yes, absolutely, yes. All they need to come in is just take the item to the register and they can purchase it. If it's a large item, they can come get help, assistance to be able to move a piece of furniture. We negotiate prices sometimes. I can always call the vendor and see if they will do better on the price.
So like, do the people come up to you and you bring it out and then they come back to the owner so they can get the money?
No, the way we do it is they must pay their rent, and they pay their rent at the beginning of the month. And at the end of the month, we do everything by month. At the end of the month, we'll close all the sales out for the store, and then they can receive their check for all their sales for that month.
Do you think you might pass this on to like
Family members? Yes, because my family also enjoy antiques and they work here. My daughter works here. My son will help out. My daughter-in-law has helped out. I even have my granddaughter that works here, and she's 14, and so we're teaching her the business, and so she's learning about how to do all this.
How can people get in contact with you?
The name of the store is Gibsonville Antiques and Collectibles at 106 East Railroad in Gibsonville. Our website is Gibsonville Antiques at CenturyLink.net, and our phone number is 336-446-0234.
In your own words, what advice would you give to kids?
Pay attention to history lessons. Pay attention to the items that your grandparents are using. These are all things that the value will increase as you get older. Things that you might think is nothing now, but when you get older, you realize this is a treasured piece that your grandmother or someone had, and it's all sentimental. It may be very important to you.
That's it for today, guys. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you like our interview. Go to our website, rockyderrickshow.com. Goodbye.